It's a co-promotion with Devin Haney Promotions. Right, but it is a co-promotion. What about Eddie, Matchroom, and what they brought to the table along with Dazn influenced you? Because it's no secret, everybody's been on your ass trying to sign you for years, from Floyd to Al, trying to advise to everybody.
What I liked about them, they were willing to work with me to co-promote. I like the streaming platform, and they gave me a deal I couldn't refuse.
So I was talking to Eddie earlier, and last couple times I've seen them, it's you. Sign a deal.
Yes, I hear you every time. I thank you for that too.
No, absolutely. But you know, one of my biggest things in boxing is fighters don't know how to promote themselves, right? Because your promoter could post all these billboards, what have you, but fighters need to know how to speak. And you being so young, you're able to carry yourself in and out of the ring, charismatic. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
What has helped you throughout your career at such a young age? I mean, you have 21 fights, but only 20 years old, and you just posted, you know, not even 21, but a millionaire.
Yeah.
Has it been your father, or what could you?
It's definitely been my father. My father, you know, I wouldn't be here without my dad. You know, he guided me, you know, through this whole way. You know, and I couldn't thank him enough for it.
Eddie spoke extremely highly about you. He said that a fighter so young, he would completely advise against living in Vegas, especially while they're making so much money. But he said Devin Haney is not his age. You carry yourself at a higher level. What does that mean from somebody, you know, of your new promoter to say that, you know, and have that faith in you?
That's a huge compliment coming from my promoter. You know, that he believes in me, he trusts me. You know, that he knows that I'm gonna do the right thing. You know, that's something that I've always, you know, asked for. You know, as you know, I basically, you know, grew up between here and the Bay Area, so all this is nothing new to me. You know, this is something that I'm used to, so it's no distractions to me.
Now, when fighters or just individuals in general start getting money that they may have never seen before, touched before, I mean, we saw you pull up to the gym tonight in the Maybach. Things start to change, but with you, it's been a consistency. You're very consistent, true to yourself, but you're also able to have fun with it, right? We see your ring walks, very intriguing, very animated. Talk to us about that, because to me, so I go by Ring Walk Danny because to me it's about behind the scenes to in the ring. So talk to us about your ring walks. I mean, we've seen from the likes of Lil Durk to E40. Talk to us about that, why that's important to you.
You know, my ring walks are important because, you know, every time I fight, everybody wants to see who I'm gonna come out with next. You know, every time they're like, oh, everyone asks me, oh, who you coming out with? Who you coming out with? So that's just another way to draw the fans to tune in and watch me fight.
You said that you like the streaming platform. Would you say that's more so because of the youth being able to access it?
Yeah, I feel like that's the future. You know, everyone's not up on it right now, but in the next few years, everyone is going to start to see. You know, is going to get on the streaming hype, and it's not everyone has streaming. ESPN, Showtime, and Dazn. So it's not like this is just Dazn is the only one with streaming. Everyone has streaming, but Dazn is taking this streaming to the next level.
Besides the offer that they gave you, and besides willing to work with you, did you feel that, well, damn, if Dazn has Canelo Alvarez, one of the biggest superstars in boxing, if they have Anthony Joshua, one of the biggest superstars in boxing, that they're probably doing something right?
Oh, yeah, of course, you know, but it wasn't only about that. It was about what they were going to do with me. Whatever they do with Canelo or Anthony Joshua, that has nothing to do with me. Right. That has nothing to do with Devin. But the fact that they was willing to get behind me and to focus on me, you know, if I would have went with another promoter, you know, a lot of these other promoters, they have a lot of fighters, a lot of fighters, big fighters, all right fighters, to opponents, to all different kind of fighters. They have. So if I was to go with any of them, I was gonna just fall in line as one of their fighters and fight once or twice a year. With Matchroom, they're willing to focus on me and give me multiple dates and build around me and what I want to do.
Well, the first date, May 25th, in the DC area at the MGM National Harbor. You'll be fighting on the Alexander Usyk undercard.
Yep.
That is a very weird statement. That feels weird coming out of my mouth because when we talk about Devin Haney, we talk about a main event fighter. Does that bother you at all?
No, it doesn't bother me. You know, Usyk, you know, he paid his dues. He undisputed. You know, right now he's headlining, and that's good. I'm happy to be on the card. You know, it's a big card. You know, everyone wants to see what he's gonna do. So right now I'm happy to be on that card. You know, and this will probably be this will be the last fight you'll probably see me on a undercard, unless it's a huge fight.
Right.
You know,
maybe like an AJ.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua or Canelo undercard.
Right.
You know, that'll be the last time. But yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna be headlining back to what I'm used to.
Right, just like you're used to. Now, obviously being with Eddie Hearn, it probably makes you happy because Luke Campbell is also with Matchroom.
Yeah.
Luke Campbell and yourself are at the top of the WBC rankings. The WBC lightweight title was just vacated by Mikey Garcia. Obviously, that won't be your next fight, but speaking with Eddie, he is very confident and very eager to make that fight next for both of you. So as long as you come out successful and healthy May 25th, that seems to be next. How does Devin Haney feel knowing that by the time he's 21, he could have not just a world title, but one of the most prestigious, if not the most prestigious, belt?
Man, I'm blessed. You know, I pray every night that it happens. You know, that'll be history. You know, I'll be the youngest world champion. You know, and yeah, I hope it happens. You know, it's looking like it's lining up for it to happen, and you know, if it's meant, then it will.
I know you're a fighter that never looks past his opponent.
Yeah.
But you're also a businessman.
Yeah.
And I know you believe in yourself. You believe in your talents. A few weeks ago, Eddie Hearn was promoting a card alongside Top Rank, Anthony Crolla, Vasyl Lomachenko. Lomachenko has a few of the titles. Richard Coleman has the other. Are those fights that intrigue you? Lomachenko, which many people in the world see pound for pound #1.
Yes, when if I fight for WC and I win, you know, I think Lomachenko will probably be fighting for Comey's title.
Correct.
You know, and the winner will have those belts, and I'll have the WBC, and we can make an undisputed matchup.
People speak extremely highly on Lomachenko's skill sets. You know, amateur record of 396-1. He lost his second professional fight, but he was also fighting for a title. What do you think is the best thing Lomachenko brings to the table, and how do you think you could maybe counter that, or what do you think you bring that would give him issues?
His ring IQ. You know, he's fighting a lot of guys who doesn't have a high IQ. You know, Anthony Crolla, he's been in there, but every fight he's been up there, he pretty much lost. He hasn't, you know, really did anything big, as you could say. Who else has he fought? Linares. He fought Linares. Linares has a high IQ. It was a good fight. He eventually stopped him, but he also got put down by Linares. I think that the best thing that he has is he's able to think. You know, and if you get somebody who's able to think at a high level like him and has the same you know, the same type of footwork, the same amount of footwork, and my speed is. I think my speed is faster than his. Then what can he do?
You mentioned
because Lomachenko is not a huge puncher.
It's volume.
Yeah,
it's the volume. It's not like that.
He's not in there just knocking guys out, one punch knockouts. Besides his last fight against Crolla, but Crolla.
And I mean, before that, if people many people in the arena thought the fight was stopped because Crolla was dropped at the end of the previous round. So, I mean, he was extremely hurt as it was.
Yeah.
But you mentioned Linares. Linares has previously defeated Luke Campbell, dropped Lomachenko. Have you seen that fight, the Linares and Luke Campbell fight?
Yeah, I watched that fight. I feel like, you know, Linares was sharp in the beginning. He was on the verge of stopping Luke Campbell, but Luke Campbell came back, he rallied back, and he boxed well. I don't feel like he won the fight. Some people thought that he won the fight. I didn't feel like he won the fight, but he put up a good effort. He showed heart.
Do you feel watching that fight and just other Luke Campbell fights, do you feel like you could get that stoppage?
I know that I'll get the win. You know, I don't know how the fight exactly will play out. You know, he's a tremendous boxer. You know, he has long reach. You know, good ring IQ. I don't know if I would stop him or not, but I know that I would beat Luke Campbell.
Talk to us about how easy is it for you to make 35? Because I mean, at such a young age, I mean, you're still growing, your body's still developing.
Yeah.
Your strength isn't, you know, to your man's strength yet.
135 is not the easiest to make for me. You know, I'm gonna be at, you know, I'm gonna win a world title, and hopefully, you know, fight, do the undisputed, fight for all the belts, and eventually move up. You know, I'm not gonna be at 135, you know, too long, but I definitely want to win a world title at 135.
Given that and that being said, how high up could you see yourself? Maybe welterweight?
Yeah, probably welterweight, 154 pounder.
And lastly, before I let you go, man, so your last fight was in Louisiana, Shreveport. You had obviously your father as always in your corner, Floyd Senior in your corner. Could you clarify, Senior? Are you still working alongside Senior?
As of right now, no, I haven't been working with Floyd Senior. You know, right now I'm working with my dad, of course, and Mike McCallum.
Okay.
So those would be the guys that you see in the corner.
Well, Devin, huge congratulations on the signing, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's huge, especially at such a young age. A pioneer showing these young fighters, you know, maybe it is okay to start your own promotional company. You know, being smart.
Take your time. You know, one thing I can say, you know, to the people that's coming up, you know, after me, just take your time. Don't rush into anything. A lot of guys come out of the amateurs and they want to, you know, sign a big, massive deal, you know, and that deal might be big then, but just imagine what it would be in a couple of years if you take your time. So just, you know, to all those guys, take your time, you know, and don't just try to jump at the money, you know, right away. You know, I understand that coming out the amateurs, you're not making no money, but just take your time. It's going to be much better in the end.
Man, I wanted to let you go, but talk about your fights. You would go down to Tijuana, down to Mexico.
Yeah, I went to Tijuana. I was going to Tijuana
because
in my career. I wasn't making no money, like nothing, you know. But
couple $100 maybe.
Not even that. I was losing a couple $100. Well, I want to say losing, but I was paying, you know, out of my pocket to fight on the card and stuff like that. So, you know, but I saw the bigger picture. You know, me and my father, we saw the bigger picture. You know, and it paid off. You know, here I am. I'm 20 years old, and I'm signing. I just signed a multi-millionaire deal. You know, and
you were a millionaire before that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that, but I'm a millionaire now.
You're a millionaire now. Man, Devin Haney, thank you very much for your time, brother.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.